right. It's like digital's working today. Hopefully, there we go. Got that. I got a green. I'm back. We made it. All right. Make sure everybody got in. We got a full house today. So much fun to see all of your names and faces and whatever it is that we see in the Zoom world. Beautiful. I think we are set because yep, we are good to go. So thank you for coming in today. I'm excited for Lakshmi and how this energy has shown up for us. So I'm going to go ahead and start the recording and share some of what led into, I wasn't planning on her today. So some of what led into this, and it seems to be a week of surprises. So I'll plan for tomorrow in a little bit, and we'll see who decides to jump in instead tomorrow when we get there. Beautiful. Welcome to the Unveiling meditation. And I am beyond moved today and super excited for the way this meditation has shown up. The energy of which we are in today is that of a fiery Aries full moon. And so for those of you that are connecting in and finding this today, blessings, there's a lot of potency and power here for us to ride. And for those of you that are coming in either on the later end of this window or finding this meditation much later on, I know that the way in which and the topic that Lakshmi, Goddess Lakshmi is guiding us into today is going to be very, very powerful, and most likely in your own charts, interacting with the aspects at that time that may be similar to now and activated then in your own personal chart. So we are astrologically not only in the fiery full moon, but we are also in what's known as a yod of God. And I make this symbol with my fingers because the yod essentially is called, a yod is the finger of God. And it's this connection that is bringing together Venus and Uranus, the planet Uranus. And so both of them are in a way, it has to do with their angles and everything else that present this circumstance astrologically, but they feed off of each other in this window when this yod of God exists. And with Venus and Uranus powerfully coming together to create that, it's almost as though it creates an explicit channel of energy into this really fiery moon aspect that we're experiencing. And what does that look like when Uranus does that? Well, it looks like, I always think of Uranus as the wild card planet, but it's also that divine genius. It's known as the wild card because it goes outside of the mind, right? And as it goes outside of the mind, we can't begin to comprehend what could be coming around the corner. So there's this potential for massive downloads, and Mercury is coming into play as well, which is the lower aspect, the lower vibration of Uranus, right? Which is very much the mind. And Uranus being outside the mind, we're getting this channel feeding in, which means that the downloads during this full moon window, the energy that is present could come at you in a lot of ways, really potent and really powerful. That being said, it can also come at you in the form of friendship or family or relationship. It's not necessarily spirit. So today's meditation is so potent and so powerful because the more we center and align with our divinity, with our spirituality, that ensures that opens us to that channel of those big downloads coming from that genius that can come through and feed into us from spirit, as opposed to our earthly dynamics and relations that sometimes the downloads are not always like ones we're dying to have, right? They involve the lessons and everything else. So with that being said, enough about that. And Venus is out there. She's supporting this aspect and just channeling in her divine love, right? So there's this balance of divine love. We're in the month of Libra and harmonizing. So it's really about creating a nourished space for you to get the clarity on who you are in the world, what your message is, what your purpose is, and powerfully step into that. We've been kind of ramping up to this beautiful energy to fully step out into our purpose, into our voice, into what is calling us from within. And so this Yod of God is here to really support us in that, if that is the meaning that we choose to assign to it. So my invitation to you is, as I continue to ramble on, is to close your eyes and just allow yourself to begin to feel into this energy. Feel into that centering space that is here for you as you tune into the room or your environment around you, feeling that brilliant sun shining down upon the top of your head, imagining it warming you, as your body, like a long lost friend, in reconnecting after a long period of time, that warmth we feel, that love, that gratitude, that home, that sense of home and connection, as we embrace that long lost friend as they walk through our doors and greet us with their love. As we tune into this golden light, that same sensation and feeling of connecting to our inner divinity, connecting to spirit, connecting to the angels, to our purpose, to our greatest good, feeling these potent and powerful connections and the warmth that fills your heart as you imagine that golden light shining down, moving through all of the different sensations, physically imagining warmth, the warmth of the sun touching the top of your scalp, warming your hair, warming your shoulders, warming your back. Just allowing yourself to drop into your body, to feel your body. Breathing in and out and really feeling the potency of this love, this divine love that is here to nurture and support you, to offer these unique moments in time on our journey that we have chosen specifically in this moment to participate, in this lifetime with these circumstances to participate. Knowing that we've been called and are called within to step out courageously, forging a new path, carrying the torch, and as we will today, carrying that lantern of light and love. Take a nice deep breath in here as we drop deeper and deeper into the moment in your body, feeling that light being drawn down, that sense of warmth, of reconnection, filtering all the way down into your hips and your belly, feeling the skin, your clothes against your skin, maybe the movement of the air, just activating and awakening all of your sensory systems and allowing the moment to slow down, allowing your thoughts to slow down as we allow ourselves to come into rhythm and synchronicity with the heartbeat of the Divine Mother, feeling the pace of nature around you. Maybe you imagine the sound of water in a babbling brook or in a fountain. Maybe you feel in your heart the rhythm of the waves on the ocean crashing against the shore. Imagine that for a moment and notice, are they crashing big, big, powerful waves that much like after a hurricane, come crashing in with a rhythm and a cadence? Or is it a calm, clear day at the ocean where it's just a gentle lull of the waves washing up and receding back, and the sounds of the seagulls in the distance? Allow yourself to slow down enough into this moment until you can imagine these sounds and feel their rhythm in your heart as your heart slows down to beat with the frequency and the cadence of the mother's. As your shoulders take that warmth from the sun and that warmth of the embrace of a long lost friend that we called up, and drop deeply through our intentions into the earth. Imagining that rhythm, that ocean of energy from the center of the earth beginning to wash up and towards you, as though that heartbeat of the mother as you sit on the side of the beach, and whether the waves are crashing in or gently making their way on shore, that rhythm, that cadence, your body begins to find resonance with that as your intentional breath begins to match that of this natural rhythm living within you. Our role as human, our choice to incarnate in this time as human, is with great purpose, with great meaning. And it is our bodies that make and complete the transcendence of the soul into physical form. And so as you call forth your soul through the sounds and the rhythms of the waves, honor the sensations and the feelings within your body. For it's the body that transmits, transduces, brings these great, mighty, and powerful vibrations of spirit into resonance and frequency that we can actually interpret and understand. Breathing in and out, using your breath to churn the waters, to draw that beautiful luminescent light and flow up from the center of the earth. As we find ourselves coming to focus in the heart, coming to focus in the center of love, where we meet the goddess Lakshmi. Lakshmi, the divine mother, in the form of the Padma Sundari, a goddess of wealth, maybe material wealth, but as you hear in this meditation, I'll know that wealth, those sensations and feelings that pour through us from within, of spiritual wealth and connection and love, that divine beauty that Lakshmi represents, that ultimate spiritual enlightenment. Allowing yourself, as you open your heart, to receive the energies and the vibrations, not placing any stories or judgments on it, but simply scanning, observing as we call forth the Divine Mother's vibration through our heart in the physical realm, having slowed our minds down enough to really be in frequency, like a sacred dance. You may find yourself, as you connect with her, in the sensations in your body, seeking to move, seeking to undulate your hips or roll your spine on your tailbone, seeking to breathe, letting her move through you as you open your heart and welcome her in. For Lakshmi's divine energy, her spirituality is represented in that of the lotus whose flowers remind us that spiritual form needs the physical, the material form through which to move through. So again, as we channel in and hold our ultimate power, feeling your physical body and how it wants to move as we connect with this energy, allowing your mind to wander, allowing sounds and colors that she may be calling forth as you tune in deeper and deeper, dropping deeper and deeper into the moment, allowing this blend of the material world to mix with that of spirit, and embracing and giving gratitude to your mind for simultaneously being able to imagine and be present to all of these incredible fields. As we build this energy of the Divine Mother in our systems, it's as though there is a divine electricity, a current, that current of the oceans, not just caught in the wave like the heartbeats, but a current, a channel of light and love that is ready to spring forth like a fountain or a geyser, pouring up into your heart. I invite you in this moment to imagine your heart as a clear, cool pool, pond for reflection. Your heart as it runs clear with these beautiful lotus flowers sitting upon it. And maybe you envision the sun, or maybe you envision shining down upon this reflection pool. But from it, suddenly, is a beautiful fountain of water that springs forth. From it, as we gaze upon this beautiful pond or reflection pool, we notice as we tune in to the goddess Lakshmi, her mighty elephants, the divine partner of Ganesh and Lakshmi, that break through all boundaries and barriers, that embody the subconscious mind. And as they draw forth the water and these beautiful fountains that are springing forth in this reflection pond, feeling their energy as they draw the water up and create for those pieces within us that are still limited, create a channel guiding us and nurturing us, imagining through their trunks that they are simply sucking out all that is no longer serving and releasing it in a mighty, beautiful spray of water over this reflection pond. The light within needs the material form. This current of water, this current of divine electricity needs the lamp of the soul. So as you tune into your heart, as this beautiful pond, envisioning that light beginning to shine as though we're looking into a pool in the middle of the night and we can see the lights on. Imagine yourself gazing in to your heart with these beautiful currents and fountains of water springing forth, and this light shining up and through. As this divine lamp of the soul begins to illuminate, as your inner light begins to pour forth on this current of energy, we experience the gift of illumination. For without you in the physical form as the lamp, this beautiful light of spirit of the Divine Mother cannot manifest the full force of her power. And as you, this beautiful lamp, this beautiful human, without her divine electricity, without her divine current, you too cannot fulfill your divine purpose. One is intrinsically dependent upon the other. So in this beautiful sign of Libra, the harmonizer, the balancer, I invite you to invoke the goddess Lakshmi to feel these lessons within your heart as your body harmonizes. This light, as your body begins to become this light, this beautiful exchange of energy and activation for good in the world, for optimism, for practicality, for trust in your path. This light that does not need to be hidden in shame, that we may invoke with an incredible sense of self-esteem, spiritual self-esteem, spiritual self-confidence. And as each of you call forth the courage to go about your day, doing it differently than the muddied waters around you, we know that it's through this light illuminating as the lantern, through Lakshmi's divine teachings and gifts of abundance and wealth and love, that we are able to find the answers and not be afraid of the muddy waters and the darkness. For it's from the darkness, it's from the muddy waters that the lotus gives birth to the light. So taking a breath here and just allowing yourself, as you ride this wave, this journey, allowing yourself to breathe into the light that you are in this divine relationship within. Trust and know that your influence is not about, does not come from encouraging others to make the choices you have made for yourself, but it comes from upholding your own integrity and honoring the integrity of the others for their choices, for their ability to make their own wise decisions. And in this way, you become the spiritual light, the spiritual guardian of the light, the protector of truth, ready to step forward in this divine partnership, not alone, but supported and guided on your personal soul journey. Breathing in deeply here, allowing the abundance of spirit to flow through you as the energy is continuing to shift, as that channel and that current is continuing to build. It's as though we're breaking through and cleansing several pipes simultaneously, as that light that was below the surface begins to burn on the surface, within your heart, within your chest, feeling the wealth, the remembering of the divine connection of that long lost friend, allowing that love to build, trusting and knowing that as we move forward in this yod of God, this divine finger, that you are meant to forge your own path. That as this light burns, this yod of God is yet another current of energy, of divine inspiration and guidance and support to help you ensure and remember that you are on your path. You are fulfilling your destiny. So do not question the muddy waters from which you have come. Do not question the muddy waters from which we draw our purpose, transforming our pain, our personal pain into purpose. Do not question it. Allow your light to shine in spite and because of it. Imagining that lotus sitting amongst the muddy waters, imagining those beautiful petals and colors and fragrance that comes forth as you allow yourself to simply be divinity. Taking a few breaths here. allowing spirit and your divinity to move through you, bolstering your confidence, channeling this fiery action energy that is present with the moon, feeling empowered and certain in your choices and the work you have been doing to take powerful action. Now is your time. You are not alone. You are so divinely supported and guided, nurtured and loved. Be strong, be true, be faith, be full of the power of spirit. Be powerful. Let your light shine. Channel more energy, channel more power simply through asking, remembering, centering, connecting. And so it is, I begin to welcome you back into your bodies, into the moment, into this sacred space that you honor and protect and nourish each and every day. That is your body. So fragile as the lotus, the petals of the lotus flower, and yet so incredibly strong to purge through the layers of the density of mud, to thrive in spite of it. Each of you, through this meditation now, having centered yourself in fifth dimensional consciousness of infinite potentiality, the mud being the matrix, the noise, all that causes us to question and doubt. There's no need to drop your vibration to experience, to understand, to be. Simply hold this dimension of the Divine Mother, the quantum, of the fifth dimension, and know that your inspired action, your in spirit action is enough. So much love to each of you. So much love to Goddess Lakshmi and her beautiful lessons for today, her reminding, her remembering that she invokes within each of us of how powerful you are and how easily tangible and accessible the force of that power is when we simply allow ourselves to accept who we are. Namaste. So much love. I will see you all tomorrow.